Warcraft player, we all have all the reason in the world to be super excited. Some extremely good news just released yesterday, and today we are going to speak about that. Let's get to it! Hi everyone, I'm Elloa, I'm a content creator on both Twitch and YouTube for more than 12 years, and I welcome you all in this new RANTOSAURUS video, a series of video where I'm ranting about my favorite subject, maybe video games, World of Warcraft. And today we're going to speak definitively about World of Warcraft, as they just released for the 30 years anniversary of Warcraft, the franchise, some really neat announcements for the future of World of Warcraft retail. So in this video I will speak specifically about World of Warcraft retail. I'm going to ignore completely all the other announcements. It does not interest us for now. But yeah, guys, there's good reason to be excited about the future of World of Warcraft. And I can say that Chris Metzen, when he made his announcements last year, he was not kidding.
I assure you, we are moving with purpose. Now is the time to come home.
To go back home. And if you are not back to World of Warcraft, it could be your chance to get back into the game. The expansion, the War Within, is excellent. It's probably the best ever created by World of Warcraft. Better even than Wrath of the Lich King. I will explain why in detail in another video if you think it's interesting. So it's a great time to be back to World of Warcraft. If you were like toying with the idea, you know, or check me out on Twitch TV if you're still hesitating and see for yourself what the game is all about right now. Blizzard have been announcing 3 very important points. The first one has been announced a little bit earlier, which is the patch 11.0.7, the Sirens Isle, which is coming very soon, actually next month. So it's going to be quite exciting. Then, second, of course, the next patch after that, which will be a major patch, the Season 2, a new raid, new dungeon, new zone, everything. It's Undermined, and it's patch 11.1. And then, last but not least, the third big announcement. Housing finally coming to World of Warcraft, and that will deserve its own video separated from that, but we're going to talk a little bit about it right now. So let's get to it! So I could have done a separate video to speak about the Sirens Isle, but somehow I've been too busy to do it. So let's speak about that. This is the next patch, it's coming very soon. It includes a brand new zone that has been created in Battle for Azeroth, and that has been reworked and revamped to fit the actual lore. But I find it's really cool that I've been reusing some of the abandoned assets and revamped in such a way that it's perfectly integrated. It also gives a little bit of history about this place and what it was and what it has become. So I think it's really great to do that. It's also not wasted art and effort and teamwork and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's a great quality from a developer when they can't recycle something that has been put aside for X or Y reason and bring it back to the game. So that's really great. So this is really kind of a middle patch, which will offer a new zone to do some activities. It feels very inspired from the island expedition that we had in Battle for Azeroth, and I think that's great because the island expedition was really a concept that I enjoyed and I really liked, but in theory, in practice, it didn't really work really nicely. But here you will find a little bit of taste of that. So it's an island, there is some Azerite there, but mostly you will have different invasion of mob coming in, and I think that's really exciting because you will have some activities like weeklies and dailies to do there, or progression, and it will have this little variety that were promised into the island expedition back in Battle for Azeroth. So I think it's really great to have a middle patch like that, so you have a little bit more of variety of activities. If you have completed the campaign and several characters, you have done your raids, most people will have been finishing, they ahead of the curve by now. Maybe you're tired of doing Mythic Plus all the time, and so this will give you some alternative activity to do and some other progression to explore. So it's really nice to have some fresh activities, a bit of lore, and also some next part of the story. I think this is not something they have been talking so much about, but that has been underlined during the presentation for the 30th anniversary, and which is really important. We will have some new part of the story, and I'm very excited about that, because the War Within story is probably the best storyline they have ever released. So to have a new chapter of it is extremely exciting, at least for people like me that really enjoy the lore and the storytelling. I'm very excited about this. Alright, next is of course the big next patch, and that's really exciting. It has been obviously determined, suggested, theorized, predicted by multiple content creators, but there you go. We are going to discover more of the Goblin. We are going to explore the Undermined, all the crazy cities, and 4 cartel making at war. And what I'm really interested about that is the fact that you will be able to side with one of the cartel. So, you know, no more Horde and Alliance hostilities, but maybe there will be some cartel war. It could be funny. There's also this new feature, which are the Goblin car race and such. I'm wondering if they are going to go in a Mario Kart style. You can choose how to customize your car by choosing if you want it to have more speed, or if you want to have more acceleration or more whatever. So that's quite interesting as well. I'm really wondering about this, and I suppose you will have some races to do. And honestly, to have a Mario Kart style of race in World of Warcraft, I will not say no to that. It seems to be quite interesting. Obviously, with this chapter, you will have this chapter. What am I saying? Of course, with this patch, you will have also a brand new dungeon, which are the Goblin destroying the beautiful zone in the Ringing Deeps. I really love that area. Why are you destroying it, stupid Goblin? It's going to be really interesting to have this new dungeon that will be part of the Mythic Plus rotation, of course. And there's a new raid, and a Goblin raid. My guys, this is going to be fun and interesting. You can go wild with that. Do you imagine the boss, how they will look like? How much crazy stuff we will have? I think this is going to be awesome. And to be honest, I do believe that the decor that they have put in place with all this Goblin extravaganza is so good. It really seems so promising. I can wait to see that raid and to see all the bosses and all the crazy strategy we will have to put up with. I'm super excited about that. I think that chapter will be really amazing. I think I will be very annoyed with the Goblin, because I'm an ecological person at heart, and it's going to hurt to see all this crap and this oil and this toxic garbage all around and all this technology. But at the same time, I think it's going to be playful and joyous and colorful and interesting, full of humor and crazy stuff. So very, very excited about that. Alright, so obviously there will be the continuation of the story in the campaign. I'm quite curious to see how all this Goblin lore is going to tie up with the rest of the story and what Xalatas is doing. So this is really promising. So really, really very excited about the Undermined patch. We are going to have fun, guys. Oh boy, the future of World of Warcraft is great, but this is not all, because the last and the most crazy announcement has been something that player have been hoping for years and years. I think, yeah, since 2010 maybe, or maybe even before that. It's housing coming to World of Warcraft in Midnight. And that is so exciting. So many people are going to go crazy about that. I will make a separate video to speak in length about what I think of the housing system in World of Warcraft, but I think it's a fantastic news. First, it's one of the features that has been asked and hoped for the most in World of Warcraft, maybe since the earliest day. I think housing was planned even in vanilla. So like finally, that's all I can say, finally. Now it has to be done right, obviously. Housing cool stuff, like the garrison experiment were not really great. Some people loved it, some other hated it. I personally did not enjoy the garrison at all. It made me feel completely isolated and alienated, and yeah, alone. I think that's alone, loneliness. That's the word for the garrison system for me. But I think it can be done right. There's plenty of game and plenty of MMORPG that have introduced housing in their game in the most beautiful fashion, and they have increased their the replayability of the game by tenfold. Let's speak about the Elder Scrolls Online, for example, which I think really have housing right. So I am confident that Blizzard is going to nail it. They usually do that, you know, they observe what other games are doing, they take the best and they make their own version, and in general, more refined, more polished, badly done. They have done that many times in the past. I'm really confident that if Blizzard is bringing housing to World of Warcraft, it's not going to be half-baked. It is very important. They know it. I do believe this is going to increase the replayability of the game, and it also hold the promises that has been done related to we want World of Warcraft to be accessible to all players, and there had been a player base, the more casual player, that has been a little bit neglected, because housing is, for some people, is the only game of the game. When you see housing communities, maybe in Final Fantasy XIV, in Elder Scrolls Online, or in Wildstar, rest in peace. Those players that are dedicated to that, they spend their life doing it. And it's something that allows players to be creative. Creative people can spend a huge amount of time working on that. It's really a different type of addiction. So for the creative player, housing is fantastic. For the role player, housing is fantastic. This is just brilliant. But it's also great for the collectors. People that will want to explore and find rare furniture, all those kind of things. I do believe that World of Warcraft is going to introduce furniture, decoration in all type of way, with reputation, the trading post, with rare loots on bosses, with daily quests, with there's so many possibilities to bring back those extra loot that player will be looking for it, will be working for it, will be farming for it. There's so many different ways you can, it expand the life of the game, basically. Not by a little, but by a ton. So collectors, creative role player, that's a paradise for them. If it's done right, obviously. Alright, as you can see, we can talk about that a lot more. I'm going to reserve that for another video so I can really prepare my argumentation. But I think it's finally, Blizzard, finally, it's the best news for World of Warcraft player. I think it will keep players engaged. It will offer a brand new panel of activities, of desire, of achievement, of things player will want, of loot to get. It's amazing. It's about time that World of Warcraft is doing that. So I don't think it's going to remove anything from anything that the game already has. I think it's just expanding. It's like you're doubling the size of World of Warcraft, doubling the replayability of World of Warcraft, and doubling, I think it's not even enough. It's going to be crazy. If it's done right, it's the best things that could have ever happened to World of Warcraft. Mark my words, guys. It is great. Will I be crazy about housing? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I'm really excited for the game in general. Not for me, for the game, for the player base, for the community, for the content creator, for Blizzard themselves. I think it's just like so good. All right. Well, this series was originally meant to be very short. Well, I cannot make short video apparently anymore. That's alright. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give me a like, leave a comment, tell me what feature you're the most excited about. Are you excited for housing? Are you excited for Undermined? What gets your attention the most? Or maybe it's the Sirens Isle, who knows? So let me know in the comments below. And thank you so very much for watching and following my videos on this channel. I'm very, very grateful, and very often I'm wondering, is it too late to be a World of Warcraft content creator? Well, I think not. I think I can totally evolve into that. We will see. We will see. In any case, follow me on Twitch if you're not already. I am playing every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and sometimes more. On my channel, we are doing Mythic Plus, we are doing Reds, we are doing World Quest, Alt, Time Walking. I love to play with the community. So if you are playing on the European server and you want to play with me, you are very welcome on my channel. Come and check it out. All the information are below. Thank you so very much. You take care of yourself. The world is a little hostile at the moment, but let's remember that we're all human. We all need some love. We all need some warmth, regardless of anything else. And just let's keep that in mind. That's the only things that matter. We are one people, okay? No more division, all right? You take care of yourself. See you soon. Bye.